How you doing? This is Drew from Monkeys Tropicals, and I'm going to actually do my first video on my favorite type of fragrance right now, which is tobacco fragrances. I'm a big fan of tobacco fragrances, oud fragrances, and so I'm going to do the tobacco. And as you can see, I have a sling on. I just had surgery last Wednesday. I tore all my pectoral tendons off the bone at the gym, so I have a lot of downtime before I go back to work. I can't drive and I can't really do much. So I figured, why not do this? Anyway, so I'm gonna start right off the bat. I'm gonna start with my most expensive, which are samples of tobacco fragrances all the way down to full bottles that I have. So the first one I'm gonna do is Clive Christian-C. Clive Christian-C is just one of those fragrances. I was actually purchasing something else at one of the department stores around here. And the guy asked me, what kind of fragrances I liked. I said, oh man, I really love like those old school tobacco, like pipe tobacco type scents. And something about tobacco scents just remind me of like going into one of those, like a rich, dark mahogany type wooded room, and you'd have like a cigar and maybe some whiskey or something. It's just, that nice sweet smelling tobacco smell. Not overly sweet and not, pungent, stinky cigar sweet, but just like a nice, just well-rounded tobacco. So Clive Christian-C, it's got the tobacco absolute, it's got the musk, the vanilla, the leather. The thing about it is, this is the size that I have. It is a sample because it's going for like, I think for a 50 ml bottle, it's going for $395. So that is definitely out of my price range, but you can get decants. Like Scent Split is a great place where you can get a little bit bigger sizes than this. I think it starts at like $9. So Clive Christian-C is, if I could afford it, probably definitely on my list of a full bottle. The next one is another small little sample that I got was Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. And Tom Ford's Private Blend is just one of those amazing scents. Actually, that was the first tobacco scent that I smelled that I fell in love with. So that's got your tobacco leaf, your tonka bean, your tobacco flower. It is a beautiful scent, but again, you're looking at, let's see, what are we looking at? You're going at $145 to $312. So the $145 I could probably swing because I have spent that on full-size bottles. But again, you're only getting a really small bottle. But it is a beautiful scent. Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille is absolutely beautiful. The next is actually a full bottle, and that is Creed's Tabaróme Millésime. And this is an old school scent. The original formula, which they obviously don't make anymore, from what I understand, was made for Winston Churchill, or it was one of Winston Churchill's favorite. So this is more of a mature fragrance. You're definitely not going to probably see some 20-year-old wearing this. I'm going to be 43, so I guess I can definitely slide into the older, mature. I don't know about mature part, but anyways, this is a great scent. And I bought this on a discount fragrant site, and it's definitely one of my favorite Creed fragrances. So that is Creed's Tabaróme Millésime. Great old school tobacco scent. Next one I have is from actually I started wet shaving. What is wet shaving? Using an old school safety razor, badger brush, and like a hard shave cream. So about 2 years ago, I got sick and tired of spending like a ton of money on cartridge razors, which were running like, $20 for 5 cartridges a month or whatever. And so I got a thick beard, and so I was going through these things like crazy. So I stumbled on wet shaving, like a site, and so I started looking into it and started looking around, and I found that I could buy individual razors for a safety razor, the old school like your grandfather used to use, and I get 100 blades for like $20, like good quality, and I could use them like a blade 2-3 times for a shave and ditch it, put on a new blade. I got a nice shave, no more razor rash. Anyways, first company I ever started with, which is one of my top 3 wet shaving companies, is Wet Shaving Products. So Lee in Chandler, Arizona, he makes amazing, phenomenal, just good quality, good price, wet shaving products. The badger brushes, safety razors, aftershaves, and he makes his own signature colognes. And he makes so this is his tobacco vanilla. So it's not tobacco vanille, but it is tobacco vanilla. So it's kind of inspired, but it is his own take. This is kind of like a mix between the old school Tabaróme, Millésime, and the Tom Ford tobacco vanille. The nice thing about it is right now, so full price normally is $70, but looks like right now if you go on wetshavingproducts.com, he's got it on sale for $59. This is a 100 ml bottle, and it is that amazing old school like pipe tobacco with the vanilla, not too sweet, but the beautiful tobacco smell. If you're on a budget, or actually even if you're not even on a budget, if you're looking just for a good quality tobacco scent and you're not really too sure about what kind of tobacco scent you want to get, I'd probably go with this one. This is my go-to. Couple friends, I gave them some small decants and they wore this out and they were getting the, what are you wearing? That smells amazing. So this is tobacco vanilla, wet shaving products, and you're looking at about $70. Or when he has one of the sales. The next one I have is by Thierry Mugler. This is pure Havane. This was a blind buy, and I bought it on a discount site. So if you buy it in a department store, you're looking at $90. If you go on like one of the discount sites, you can get it for much less, probably like $30 less. But this is like a tobacco honey scent. And so I read some really good things about it. Again, I like the tobacco. And I thought the honey would be a twist on a lot of the other scents where I have vanilla. So it is, it's got that kind of cigar smell, not stinky or pungent, but it's got the tobacco, the honey, and the dry down is really nice. So it does definitely change as it dries down. It stays with you for a couple hours. Didn't stay with me too long. I'd say probably like maybe 4 or 5 hours tops, which I guess is pretty good, I guess, if you're going out for the evening. But if you were putting this on, like, you know, go to work, I don't know if I'd wear this in the office or not. But it definitely wouldn't probably last you all day. You'd probably need to do a couple refresher spritzes. So that's Thierry Mugler, Pure Havane, which is the combination of tobacco and honey. All right, so what do I got next? I've got something from Alexandria Fragrances. So Alexandria Fragrances is a private fragrance house that makes their own signature scents, and then they do clones. So what they did, this is called Arabian Hustler. And Arabian Hustler is based on Tom Ford's tobacco oud. And so it's got the oud, it's got the tobacco, and so what's oud? Oud is agar wood, which is it's like a nice like woodsy smell. So it is mixed with oud and tobacco and sandalwood and patchouli, and it's got like a nice whiskey. So this is a great scent. If you want a full size bottle, a 60 ml bottle, you're looking at $60, and if you get a 30 ml, which is what this is, it's $39. And so they're always running specials. So this is Alexandria Fragrances Arabian Hustler, inspired by Tom Ford's tobacco oud. So definitely a really good scent. And then my first actually scent that I bought from Alexandria Fragrances is based on Tom Ford's tobacco vanille. So this is called Sweet Smoke, and this is by Alexandria Fragrance, and this smells just like tobacco vanille, but again, you're spending either $60 or $39 as opposed to $145 to what I say like $315 for a full-size bottle. So this is Alexandria Fragrances Sweet Smoke. So hope you liked my video. If you liked it, please comment below. Maybe I'll do some more. We'll see how this goes. Take care.